Greetings, great rising, great rising. All right, let me get on in the house a little bit. All right. Hey, ain't gonna hurt nobody. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Great rise, great rise. Yeah. Hold on. All right, we're gonna peace and power. Hold on, let me turn this down. Hold on. What up? What up? What up? What up? Great rising. Great rising. Sacred Woman, Queen of Four, copyright 2000. Queen of Four, Helena Robinson. Trying to get my lighting together. Okay, cool. Already live in the house that love built. Pull this up, pull this down, lift and separate. Please just to know that you know how I feel. All right, hold on 1 second. Just gonna get me some jams in the back, just for my own peace of mind. And now we're ready to ride. Here we go. Great rising. Yeah, see, I still got a kind of bullet ricochet. Say, you see my little, you see my gun wound? It's cool though. Sacred Woman, Queen of Four, copyright 2000. Helena Robinson. I think yesterday we covered menstruation briefly. All right. Gratitude for those of you who reached out with questions and shit. This is what I'm here for. So we can actually, so we can heal. Half of the part is knowing, and then the other half is doing. And oddly enough, it's easier when you have help with both halves. All right. Someone to help you understand it, someone to help you to learn it, and then someone to help you to practice it. All right. So, yeah, you got a team of people. Don't feel like you're alone. All right. It's too many ways to message me, and yeah, we good. You got a whole family of people that want the same thing for you. I know that my womb is at its absolute best when all the sisters around me's wombs are also at their absolute best. So, got a team of people around you so reach out to the sisterhood. So we've discussed the colon and the womb. We've talked about good, you know. Okay, go back to page 88. Let me get ahead of myself. Okay. Oh, you know what? Right. I did say we would expound on toxic sperm and toxic men. Right? A toxic lifestyle. It says in men can render the sperm toxic as well. Women receive these poisons during intercourse. Great rising, sis. Great rising. The health of the womb indicates what is going on in the rest of a woman's body. Once all flesh foods, their byproducts, and cooked starches are removed from your diet, your menses will begin to reflect total wellness. Great rising, and you will bleed for 1 or 2 days, or maybe just spotting for a few hours. A pure diet creates a pure womb filled with love, light, and wellness. With purity comes a menses that is much shorter and no longer plagued with PMS, pain, cramping, red blood clots, or exhaustion. As you Dedicate yourself to womb wellness. Bear witness to the fact menses will feel less and less each month as you drain disease out of your body. I know a woman who's about 30, hardcore vegan. Um, she went raw vegan at I think age 18. All right, and no bullshit, guys. She looks 18. She looks 18. Yeah, she looks 18. Her body is so lean and her muscle is so toned, her hair and her skin and her nails and even her children, you know. Her children, I remember one of them asked for a snack or some shit. And I don't even remember what the fuck she offered a motherfucker. Like, you want some avocado and hemp seed or some shit? Some shit. Shaman and the baby's like, yes, yes. Yeah, my children like, dude, what's the hemp seed? Is that a new Lunchable? Okay. It does her body good. And I've never asked her about her menses. And I should. Um, but yeah, if you and spending months at a time, with the sister, I don't remember there being a point where she was in pain, a point where she was slowed down or hurting. And so I do wish that we would, yeah, how do you feel like your period would be different? Like you say, damn, what we talking about whether or not it's natural or not. Based on the things that you put into your body that you know you shouldn't, based on the habits that you practice that you know you shouldn't, based on the promises to do better for yourself that you haven't kept, do you think that if you did all it is, if you can say that it probably would be a little bit different if I did a little bit different, then that's proof enough that the work is there to be done. All right, the breast. The breast. My name is Peaches, and I'm the best. All the DJs want to put my breast. Great rising, peace pies. I see you. Great rising, great rising. The breast, precious breast, precious breast. Hold on one second. Like doing the live and getting the baby ready for school. She should be in here for the shea butter. Split second. Gotta keep my eye on the swift with that. Precious breasts, so big and round, precious breasts, small and profound. You are the mountains and great hills of my world. I shall meditate on top of my world and visualize my breast filled with vibrant sun energy. Sacred women could not be complete without some mention of breast. The breasts represent women's capacity to mother, and they are also one of the areas of the most powerful sexual attraction. Why is it that men judge a woman by the size and fullness and up tilt of her breast? This is because the breasts represent our gift of nourishing and maintaining life. They are the sacred foundations of our divine energy for both our children and our lovers. Just as our babies suckle at our breast for comfort and nourishment, so our lovers reenact this desire to partake of the breast's sacred nectar. The state of the breast is inextricably related to the state of the womb, and the hormones that affect the functioning of our womb interact with those that affect our breast. Hold on one second. Says, I wish I would have known at 37. I had surgery. Come in. I had surgery where they burnt the lining of my uterus, so I don't have a cycle. Uh, here, you looking for this? All right. You did find the top. Okay. Socks and shoes, solid one. Okay, cool. Hold on, let me put this on so I can do better. Okay. All right. Yeah, and you probably and you. Hopefully your grandmother doesn't call me. She's texting, and I don't want her to disrupt us. All right, cool. Great rising. Great rising. Great rising, great rising. All right, cool. So I wish I would have known at 37. I had surgery where they burnt the lining of my uterus, so I don't have a cycle. Um, okay, so me too, since I had fibroids removed from inside and out and my womb healed closed. All right. Well, the piece is okay, and so I've said this to you before. One, we all wish we had known. Like what my mother say, hindsight is fucking 2020, you know. In retrospect, we know so much. It's peace though, because that's why sacred women go so hard. That's why sacred women go so hard. Every act of love with a sacred woman is a potential redemption song. You know, an effort to make right what we may have wronged before, or to have what we may have missed the first time around. All right. So it's peace that we are, yeah, because we know now what's necessary to heal the wounds of the world. And we know that sacred can't be cut out, sacred can't be burned out. You know what I'm saying? It can't be jabbed out, raped out, beat out, none of that. You know, sacred is ours. Sacred is ours. And birthing and mothering are ours also. Birthing and mothering are ours. No, it's completely random, but it blows the fuck out of me when I see posts that compare the work of a mother that delivers vaginally versus one that delivers by cesarean. You understand what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter is, there are mothers who have experienced the joys, the hurts, the highlights, and all that shit of mothering, and they've never been pregnant. You understand? Um, we talked about that recently too, remembering that it's peace when we stand in the vein that people call us on. You like a mother to me, you're like a sister to me. So just don't think for a second that without a womb or without a period that you any less of a sacred woman and shit. You know what I'm saying? I would throw confetti at peace and it is power. I am both burdened and blessed with the charge of teaching my daughters how not to grow fibroid tumors. You know, I did it. By the time I was 16 or 17, a period would be so immobilizing. There were days I would just skip school. If don't nobody understand the pain, fuck it. I'll leave like I'm going and just circle back around this motherfucker. It's my job to teach my daughters that their choices contribute to their well-being. There are some environmental changes that will always contribute to your health, but ultimately, you're the god of your universe. Me at 16 or 17, all I wanted was hot pockets. They had a drink that was so popular called Fruitopia or some shit. Listen, Shauna, baby, when I talk about it, I can taste it. And the honey buns, they had a concession at school, and I would spend my whole lunch budget on the concession. You know what I mean? Let me get 2 bags of chips, bitch. Them chips been hitting with them honey buns. Wash that shit down with Fruitopia. Okay. Do this regularly, and then when my period comes and my body is struggling to get all of these toxins out, then I'm about to die. Then I need a Tylenol and a Midol. Is that I've been charged with teaching my daughters how not to hurt. I remember when I studied under Ferrante Frazier, and we used so much of the Bible to study health and wellness because so many people are Christian. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he can teach health and wellness. He can teach holistic health from the pages of the Bible. And I told him I'm such a gate opener. That's probably would be peace for me. The majority of the women that come to me will very much so be healing from their ideas that came from Christianity. So teach me those things too. Let me tell you, I was like, whoa. When we talked about the tree of life, the tree of knowledge and shit, but we talking about eating from the tree that's supposed to damn everybody. The tree was Monsanto. Listen, real shit. If they never eat from it, then they'll never know the pains and dangers of death, misery, and handicap, and sickness and ailment. Um, and so it's peace to keep them from that tree, you know. All right. So, breast facts. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the titties. All right. The state of the breast is inextricably related to the state of the womb, and the hormones that affect the functioning of our womb interact with those that affect our breast. Remember, anytime we experience any pain, mind, body, and spirit. So I told you recently that I had some trouble with my right ear and it was blocked up, and I felt like I knew exactly what it was. I know that I went to New Orleans for a week, and for a week I didn't clean my ears because I didn't have all the cool little shits I usually put into my ear. Um, and so as soon as I got home after being away for a week, the very first thing I wanted to do was clean my ears. I took a hot shower and I got my Q-tip and I got to working. And I pulled out so much of that shit, I flipped that motherfucker and went in with the other side. And as soon as I went in, I felt myself push the wax in, like I felt my hearing go muffled. And so I tried to roll the Q-tip to make it thinner, and I tried again, and I felt myself push it more. Then in a panic, I tried to pull my ear around and move it around, and nothing changed. And so I put hot salt water in the motherfucker, and then I put peroxide in the bitch, and then I started to look, Googling sweet oil. I put all of these things in my ear. I tried. I waited a day, nothing happened. I waited a day, nothing happened. I tried to put water in there, nothing. And so me, the holistic health practitioner, the one that stands firmly against herbs and will never suggest that shit, okay? I went to my private circle like, all right, y'all, which one of y'all got a herb? Listen, I can't hear shit. Who got a fucking flower? And I actually said, what flower, to all y'all who know herbs, what flower do I need to put in my ear to get my shit together? And I told you I was very heartbroken and disgusted. I'm mad as fuck when Constance started talking to me about spiritual shit about my ear. Like with you when spirit trying to talk to you and you're not listening. Listen, this wax, this and it was indeed wax. I endured that for almost a month. Hoping that my body would self-heal if I gave it the time and the material it needed to. Before Garden Witch told me that my ears are so sensitive that that's not something that I should wait on. It's like it could really do a lot more damage than what you know if you haven't already done the damage. And I don't want you to be out here with an aid on. So go get your shit together. And so I did go, and it was peace. And they did end up flushing my ear, and so it was cool. But also, this is what's happening on in my body. My ear is blocked up. I'm going to the clinic. They're gonna flush my ear out. By the way, when I went to the clinic, and just so you'll know, because I know they teach white folks some stuff with insurance that they don't teach some motherfuckers who have clinic care and Medicaid. They say you're not supposed to clean your ear out at all. Not with a bobby pin, not with a Q-tip, not with a safety pin, not with the end of your toothbrush, not with none of that shit. It has to get a dental cleaning. Apparently, you're supposed to have your ears flushed. So you clean the outside of the ear and you clean behind the ear, but you don't go in there for shit. That's dangerous. And even if you feel like, oh, we've been doing it our whole life and it ain't hurt us. My grandmama used to do this shit. Them motherfuckers old and can't hear. You understand? Sometimes it happens right away, like with me, and then sometimes it's a gradual process. I think you can get your ears flushed or cleaned out if you don't have coverage at little clinics like CVS's Minute Clinic for anywhere between 60 and 110 bucks. All right. But it'll change your fucking life. Okay. It'll change your fucking life. Yeah. Now, also, when I talk to because I talk to the doctor and shit, I've been chopping it up. I'm like, bro, they black folk disproportionately fucking educated on this type of shit. And anytime I go in there, me and him have these types of conversations. And he promises that once I make him aware that there's a whole demographic of people that aren't being taught this and it's not common knowledge to, he promises to make the effort to teach them going forward. And so that's peace. Now, this is the thing I say, doc, because I'm a holistic health practitioner. I shouldn't even be here with you. I don't teach people to go and flush out anything, not their colon, not their womb, not their eye, not nothing. So what say you to that? Like, shouldn't the body do this on its own? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. It's like, yeah, it should. I mean, if you're drinking enough water, you're eating enough fruit and vegetables, you're moving around, then yeah, your body is pretty much going to take care of itself. That shit will always drain out. It won't be as much shit to block you. You know, he like, yeah, but that's like brushing after every meal. People just not going to do it. Say less, my niggas, say less. All right. Yeah, they don't tell us that. There are things that, yeah, we don't know. I'm going to tell you there's a lot of things that, and for me, it's because of they have gotten their advantage from studying me and mine for so long. That means if everything is cyclical and the tail will eventually become the head, then at my head up, then I probably better study the motherfuckers that have goddamn the motherfuckers that's out here getting it. Study the motherfuckers that's out here getting it. All right. The same way they studied me and then dumb me down, I'm gonna study them. I ain't gonna do no dumbing down because that ain't how I get down. But yeah, that's peace. And then so there are lots of things that are weird to us. Like I know when I was younger, taking the shoes off in the house was something that fucking Rastas did. Rastas, foreigners, and white folk. You know what I'm saying? I know that we always talk about how white people don't put nothing in their food and how their food is bland. And I know it ain't because they protect them from allergies. It's why the fuck they're not hypertensive. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna rewritten your whole fucking palate with Lowry seasoning, salt and shit. Yeah, you can enjoy macaroni and cheese. Hold on. You can enjoy macaroni and cheese without all the bullshit. Without all the bullshit that come with it, because you learn early, don't put no salt and pepper in that bitch and just use you a garlic flavored goddamn cashew cheese. So a lot of the things that we talk shit about, a lot of things that we talk shit about are the things that we should be studying. We all work with somebody who dumb as fuck, who don't know the job, who fumbling all around, and who's clearly there in privilege, and they there because they know somebody who knows somebody who knows something the fuck about it. It's peace to study those that have studied you. All right. It's peace to study those that have studied you. So yeah, my food gonna be bland and shit, like straight the fuck up. If you looking for a queen to be like one, yeah, I'm not putting no drizzle on shit, D Renee. I'm not your Sharon Harper, goddammit. I don't have no avocado dill apple shit for you, nigga. I got this avocado. I got this Applebee. Yeah, really, I will season things, but I use garlic powder, onion powder, Himalayan, and red pepper. Like, that's it. I'm not going to get the 26, the Trader Joe's 26 Meshack and the Cataract. Listen, if you want it seasoned, you better go your ass to a vegan restaurant. I'm trying to save your fucking life. I'm gonna tell you this, and then we're gonna get the fuck on. And it's something I've told you before, but I just want to make sure we got it. All right, because we love seasoning. We love seasoning, and I know that we do because for the first year, when I stopped eating meat, and people would say, "I don't see how you do it," I could not eat no meat. I was like, have you ever been over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? Listen, I mean, the macaroni soggy, the peas all mush, and the chicken tastes like wood. My nigga, yeah. No, none of us want boring or bland food. None of us want bland food. So it's not the meat or the food per se that we like as much as the seasonings that we put on it. Don't nobody want no bland chicken or no bland mushroom. You make the bitch taste good with the MSG. All right. Now the thing about these, I mean the seasonings. The thing about these seasonings is the mouth watering. That I've said this to you before. One of the very first and most important parts of digestion is that our saliva starts to break the food down. That's why they encourage you to chew all that shit up and move it around different sides of the mouth. One of the very first and most important parts of digestion doesn't even happen in here. You know what I'm saying? One of the first and most important parts happens right the fuck here. All right. So what we want to happen while we're chewing is our saliva to start the first step of the breakdown process. Okay. What happens when we eat things that cause our mouth to salivate, which is actually a protective lubricant? It's almost like a saline. It is not the same chemical enzyme that is used to break down foods. It's almost like a mouthwash. Okay. If you've ever thrown up before and you felt your mouth watering right before you throw up, that's the brain telling the mouth, get ready to protect the soft tissues. Coach yourself. Your coach yourself is coming. Okay. That is a protective, it's like I said, it's a body saline. Okay. It ain't breaking down shit. It's water based. It's water based. It ain't got the enzymes in it. And so we want to make sure that when we're eating, our body is not pushing out that mouthwash to defend itself against these abrasive seasonings and these abrasive herbs, but that our body is actually already producing the enzymes necessary to break the food down. So a lot of people wondering how the fuck they're not losing weight. I hardly eat, Ife. I eat the right shit. I drink water. I don't understand. There are some very small things that could contribute to your health and wellness in a major way. Whether or not you're eating and drinking at the same time, what time of day you're eating your first meal of the day, and all kind of shit. I love you enough to want you to heal. God damn it! If you just put into practice a lot of the things that we cover, you'll recognize the changes in your life almost immediately. All right, almost immediately. You will survive without all them seasonings. And I ain't mad at you on special occasions. Go hard, okay? Go hard. Listen, I remember I watched fucking Frozen with my children. Anna and Elsa had a party. They're like, open up the gates. Now, if it's time to celebrate, boop, bitch, open up the gates. But if it's not, can you please close the gate and put the Lowry seasoning salt down? See Said you got a surf and turf. Where you going? Where you got to go? You got the surf and turf, bro. Listen. And I love you. Shit, I swear to God, not that it's a contest, but if it was, my nigga, I win that bitch. They not loving you out here like I'm loving you. And I don't say this in an abusive relationship way, like don't go nowhere else because ain't nobody gonna love you like that. But don't go nowhere the fuck else. Because ain't nobody gonna love you like me. Tabitha, thank you, Queen. I got your love offering yesterday. And just gratitude, gratitude. I'm doing things without say. Like it's peas. He went to Florida ahead of me, and me and the girls are supposed to follow. But just in real shit, and all the movements and all the things that have shifted and all the revelations, like it's very clear to me. The spirit is saying, no, you can't follow that nigga nowhere. He's very clear to me. Spirit's like, you can't follow that nigga nowhere. You can sit the fuck down and get your life right and shit. Because if you keep doing that, what's gonna happen is, as focused as you are, you're gonna fuck around and build your life around the two of you. And I really need for you to get it right this time. Like you can have that nigga, I'll let you have whatever the fuck you want, but I need you to make sure you stay at the center of that shit. And so right here, I'm at the center. So there are a lot of things that before I could lean on him before, and now I'm like, yo, you just take care of you. I got me, B. Oh, but I don't got me, B. I don't got me, B. Please. Oh, shoving the baby. You said, oh, Tabitha, you know how that shit go. Oh, nigga, don't worry about me. Oh, my baby's gonna eat, nigga. Oh, nigga, we good out here. All right. True shit, man. True shit, though. True shit, baby. Listen. Ain't be. I ain't trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. I ain't trying to do it. I'm just trying to call Peter, tell him about what the fuck I got going on with Paul, to see if he can wait a little bit. Oh, okay. We're going to be all right, though. We're going to be all right. So, yeah, real shit. Tabitha, thank you. You know what I mean? Y'all love offerings. You have no fucking idea. Yesterday, somebody made a love offering to me for $100. And then yesterday, somebody made a love offering to me for $9. For $9. Damn, I hate to be such an old lady and cry. But that's it. You just give however you give, and I swear I receive it the same. My excitement for the $9 was just the same. My gratitude for the $9 was the same as it was for the $100. It really was. And both of them feed us, like straight up. Straight up. Gratitude. So I say the $100 keep the oven on and shit. And the $9 buy the broccoli and shit. One team, one goddamn dream. Oh, nigga, I told you, nigga, we gon' eat. We gon' eat. Tabitha. Oh, shit. I'm trying to get my shit together. Let me stop fucking around. Hold on. Let me stop fucking around. And my shit blurry too, so if y'all see snot smeared up the side of my face and I can't see it, don't share my video and shit. Fuck y'all. All right, we focus. We never focus, but we're at least trying. All right, damn. Womb discharge, man. So much of this stuff is good shit to talk about. So much of this stuff is good shit to talk about. Man, so much of this shit is good shit to talk about. Great rising. Great rising. That's peace. That's peace. All right, breast facts. Okay, breast facts and yeah. Okay, so we were talking about before I got distracted, mind, body, spirit. And I was telling you as an example of how I went through something with my ear and it was blocked. And so the same time that the doctor flushed it was the same day that I actually had a conversation with my king to clear up some things that I had been very unclear on. And so that might, like, listen, those things really did happen at the same time. I listened to spirit at the same time that I listened to the doctor, and I found myself well. Okay. So there's a mind, body, and spirit fix for every single ailment. Don't you make the mistake I made of thinking that because you already know what it is, it's what it is. It's never what the fuck you know what it is. That's what modern medicine teaches you. That if you have a headache, we know what it is. If you have a headache, we know exactly what it is. If you have hypertension or you have diabetes, we know exactly what it is. These motherfuckers are trying to tell you where the fuck your cancer came from. They know exactly where it is, but they do not. They do not. like I said, there's not many doctors that are practicing modern medicine or Eastern medicine or Western medicine that will tell you that it's the nigga on your couch that's giving you headaches. You know what I'm saying? That it's your roommate that's got you fucked up out here, or that you allergic to your children. They won't tell you that, you know. They'll tell you need sumatriptan. All right. They'll tell you that you need a migraine medicine. But it's important, and that is why so many people feel so much better when they go and see a holistic practitioner, because you're going to in the very beginning you'll see the differences. You know, you'll see the difference. Queen with a K, get your goddamn thumbs together this rising. Shamana, humana, humana, baby. Yeah. All right, let's get to the text. Let's get to the text. Let's get to the text. I love you. Say, I had a not so good week and listened to the bullshit instead of my spirit. And yeah, every day is a new day to get it right. Yeah, every day is a new day to get it right. That's, every hour, yo, every moment. I don't give a fuck how bad I fucked up 2 minutes ago, nigga. And I tell the bitch quick, don't be bringing up old stuff. Nigga be like, that was 15 minutes. That was 15 minutes ago, queen. All right, it's cool. Mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit. I need you to address every issue you have, every sickness, ailment, handicap, setback, every fucking thing, even your unhealthy ideas. All right, even your unhealthy ideas. This idea that I had in my mind that all marriages that are healthy because the individuals is fucking other people. This was yeah. Now I understand that healthy marriages give room and support to individuality within the union, which means you will be you and I'll support that, and I'll be me and you support that, and together we will contribute to one another's healthy evolution. Motherfucker is one thing, but to feel like motherfucker, we go through, positive and negative, leaves a tick mark on our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. And oftentimes we are only taught to address one of them. Right? Long after, this was an ex from years ago, long after he purpled my eye, like passenger side, and charged at my eye, I never felt a pain like that. I've never felt a pain like that. Hurt. Like, then as it would swell up, I didn't know what the fuck. I don't even know if my eye was gonna come out, but my shit started to purple. I'm black as fuck, boo. You know how hard you gotta hit me to purple me? You understand? Even after the purple was gone, even after I could go to work again without shades, even after that, like even after I was in a new relationship with a man that loved me so much better and that would never hurt me or raise his voice at me, still so there was something there that hurt. Still a fear, still a pain, still a scar, y'all, still a blemish. Um, hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm still alive. All right. Okay. Okay. So where we at? All right, where we at? All right, yeah, mind, body, spirit, mind, body, spirit. So that's a perfect example too. I told you about my ear, and then of course headaches, because a lot of times people they got tension headaches, stress headaches, hunger headaches, sleep headaches, and shit. And a lot of that time, if we address the spirit issue, we will have to tackle the root cause. All right, especially because medicines only alter the chemical makeup in your body, and your body is already producing this chemical makeup of the chemicals that are already within. Okay? All right. The breast says inextricably related to the three women personally who have had one of them is still battling, and the other two have conquered it, you know. But the common thing in those three women that I know personally as a friend and as a healer, and as a family member, is the womb hurts haven't been addressed. The womb hurts have not been addressed. They haven't. Um, the sexual identity suppressions in the closet, okay? The rapes. There's still, um, damn, I hate putting my business in the street. Used to be so easy. The dark space, like it's just right here. Anytime my cycle would come on. Yeah, you drive. And the keys out there, they ready. All right, so I would get a little knot right here. Okay. Um, mm, I don't know how I feel about mammograms yet, but that's only because I've never had one, and all the women that have had one tell me that you put your breast on a plate. And granted, I've been talking to old ass ladies. My average friend is about 50, 60, okay? I ain't hanging out with no whippersnappers now. You know when you put the good apple with the ripe apples, that motherfucker ripens fast. You know that if you go to the bin of avocados, you could be feeling all day for one that's ready to eat. But if you get that bag of avocados, they've been sitting up against each other and they ready. Okay, baby, I like to sit up on the ripened fruit. Oh goodness. So yeah, but their experience of the mammogram is from what they explain, you put your breast on a metal plate and another metal plate, they lay your titty out on that motherfucker. Listen, maybe because they old and that plate come down and that mash on that bitch. What? What? And then I don't know if they scan or what, but I will tell you that when the last time I experienced what I thought was a lump in my breast, not here, but a lump actually in the breast, and I do still produce milk and shit for apocalyptic reasons and shit. So a lot of times I'm just feeling milk ducts, but I felt this knot, and all of the doctors I called, all of the vice nurses, all of the elders, and the holistic health practitioners, all of them said, when I told them, well, I rubbed it, don't feel hard, don't feel like it's moving. They're like, okay, stop squeezing it. That's what's most important. Whatever the fuck it is, your body is trying to contain it. Okay? Last thing the motherfucker you're doing is trying to rub the bitch out, spread staph infection going everywhere. First you just had one bump and shit. Now you got one on the other side. So I'm like, why would they squeeze the breast? There's no other way to stop. Me squeezing with my hand will do more damage. Y'all got a machine? I know this bitch about. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. So I do need to do more studying on that. I just told myself that I just won't have a mammogram. What other ways these things are? What other ways these things are happening? And like I tell my children, a lot of times I just move in a direction. The same things that heal disease are the same methods and practices and processes that heal disease are preventative measures also. Okay, the same way drinking water can fix a bitch who's dehydrated, drinking water could have prevented it. So that's how that works. That's peace. That's peace right there. That's peace right there. So I already try to move in a way that, yeah, I move like I got fibroids. It's easy for me to be like, you know what? I'm not gonna have that today. I'm not gonna have that tomorrow neither, because I need to make sure that I'm doing all of my power to, shrink the fibroid tumor. But it's the same way. Whatever method of eating you would start practicing, if a bitch told you had cancer 4, diabetes stage level up, you'll be like, I don't want nothing but the ground food. I don't want nothing but the jojoba oil. Then go there. Go there. Because if you're moving in the vein of their design, then you're definitely moving toward disease and illness. Okay. Um, yeah, say I don't remember how many babies I breastfed. I know I did a home daycare for a while, and I breastfed other people's babies and shunned the baby. They didn't ask me to do that. Sue me. All right. Yeah. So the mammogram, though, I don't. Yeah, I know that it's a painful process for a lot of women, but more importantly, I'm trying to find out how damaging the process is. So many times, yeah, they got a process to help us with some preventative shit. The process, like I found out that they can do paternity tests on the baby in utero. You can be pregnant, they can do a paternity test, but it compromises the life of the child to go in doing all that kind of shit that early, you know. So I'll have to study and meditate more on mammograms to be able to give you a more rounded idea of my position. But I support all you're doing in your effort of healing, for real, doing all in your power to learn where you stand in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love you. Um, a 3D pic sound a lot more like something I'm trying to do. Do that and put some bunny ears on that bitch like Snapchat. Make it fun for me. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. All right, cool. We gonna mob through this breast part. We're gonna mob through this breast part. Yeah, gentle natural care of your breast. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Also, October is whenever my period will be on. Sometimes it'll pop up. Um, and I do remember, yeah, the breasts. What are the breasts relative to? The breasts are relative to mothering and nurturing. All right, not just other people, but yourself. Yourself. All right. Um, and a lot of people who are mothering and nurturing really forget and don't have the time to mother and nurture themselves. Okay. So breast problems have to do with mothering and nurturing. Am I doing this for myself? Am I content with the level of myself that I'm giving to others? All right. And and then of course the other thing is this is somehow relative to what's going on in my womb. Is there anything that I can think of in my womb that I haven't addressed? Is there anything that I can think of that if I just say it out loud and tell my womb, I remember, I was there. I worked when I was 18. Well, I moved out of my mother's house at 17. And um, May, May of whatever year I graduated, I was 17. The following month, I turned 18. And my mom's wife got me a job, and I was overnight. So I would work 6 a.m. to most people were working 40 hours in the week, and I was working every day for 40 hours, and I was getting my 32 in 2 days. Okay, so that's how I was running it. I get my 32 hours and 2 days. I'll never get to see my friends on the weekends, but it's cool. 32 hours on the weekends, and 1 day during the week, if I cover somebody's shift, I got my 40. And so I was in this warehouse doing security. Not even the warehouse. They had a little building on the outside called the guard shack. And that's the little hut that you sit in when you check the truck drivers in and out. And I remember this one time, I remember this one time, and I've never told anybody this. A white guy came down, and it might have been like 2 or 3 in the morning. And so I know that, wait a minute, no, wait. Yeah, it was 2 or 3 in the morning. It was one of the shifts that I didn't ordinarily work. Okay. I would work 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And this particular time, somebody told me that I could work a shift for them, but they said I had to take at least 4 hours off the security job. So I slept in the car, right? And then I went back to get the next shift. And at some point, one of the trucks that had been sitting there, the white guy got out of the truck and he came down to the guard shack where I was. He was knocking on the door, asking me questions that didn't have shit to do with anything. And I'm just telling him, like, pretty much there's no business going on until 8. So wherever the fuck you going, you can go park and just stay there till 8. But he insisted on coming in. He needed something. He wanted something. I don't know, but I let him in, and it was the worst thing I ever did because it was a rape. You feel me? And I never told anybody because, one, because I needed the job. Isn't that crazy? I was 17, 18, and I knew that if they felt like I couldn't handle the job, then I wouldn't have a job. Then I wouldn't be able to pay the rent. Then I'd get put out. Then my mama would disown me because I'm not going to college. And she told me if I don't go to college, then I have to have my own space. Like all of these things. Now, every time I see my mom's wife, the one who helped me get a job, I always want to tell her. Like I always want to tell her. Only because, you know what I mean? And I think it's because I don't want her to feel like she failed to protect me. So I guess she walk around like shit don't stink in life. Like everything is just always good. She walks around like she's so vigilant that she doesn't miss anything. So I think for that reason, I want to tell her shit going on right the fuck now that you're missing because you won't ever want her to feel like she failed at protecting me. So it's like, yeah, and then too, for me, a lot of the times I didn't even know until I was 27 or something. I didn't even know for real what rape was. And that's just real shit. Motherfucker tell you, if you get raped, you're a fire. So I definitely, I just didn't know. I didn't know. Talking to a 6-year-old a couple of years ago, last year sometime, and it's not, that shouldn't be the response. So what is rape by your definition? And she's like, What you say? None of that shit is rape. Yeah, the first time having sex. Like I don't remember the first time having sex. I don't know who I remember. I said I think I remember having sex, but it ain't the sex that I would want to remember as the first time. You know, she's like, "What the fuck you mean?" I mean, like I don't remember the first time laying down and like, okay, this is we about to have sex. I was like, I do remember the time this dude named Randy had sex with me in the hallway at the apartment. Shit, I told him, you know, I liked him, and he told me he liked me too. To meet him in the hallway, and I went in the hallway. And then, like, yeah, he was a lot older than me. I think I might have been 11 at this point, at this age. And I just remember him putting me on that wall and died right there on that wall. And I remember pushing and trying to listen on my Spider-Man shit. I'm using my hands to push myself up on the wall to back away as much as I'm climbing up the wall and shit. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do this no more. You know, no, this hurt too bad. So I'm explaining this to her. So I guess that was the first time. She's like, your first time was a rape? And I'm like, no, what the fuck you talking about? I told him I was with the shit. And she's like, yeah, and you were a child and he was a grown up. And then you told him that you wasn't with the shit. When you told him you was with the shit, was he was kissing your neck, correct? The minute he put his dick near you, you was like, no, you're not with this shit. And the motherfucker still pushed. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know. But this was a conversation we were having about an experience that I had at 10. And we were having this conversation at damn near 30. So any rapes that I experienced between 10 and 30 weren't logged in my memory as such. You know what I mean? They just were not. Yeah, they were not. So my work has been trying to identify the offenses. I essentially let my womb down. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I ain't asked for her to be hurt, but I never held her afterward. I never wiped her tears. I never even acknowledged that there was any pain. All right. Um, anyway, you know, Shamina, baby, I'm pretty sure we done ramble beyond where the fuck we were supposed to ramble on. But I do know that when I sit and witness, I haven't thought about Randy. I haven't thought about no Ray, thought about no none of this shit, and don't give a fuck about it. It's not relevant to my day-to-day life until I get a knot in my breast and I have to sit down and comb every fucking thing, find out what woundstone have you left unturned. All right? What woundstone have you left unturned? And the more of those I unturn, the more peace I find in my mind, my body, and in my spirit. And I probably will tell my mom. I don't know. I will tell you this though, because this is not my birth mom. This is my mom's first wife. I mean, she later came back and she good and all that shit. And I let her back in our lives because my daughter loves her. Damaged by Christianity. I know that she is happy as a lesbian woman and has always, mama's deathbed, her mama told her, you need to leave the Birdman. I remember recently we had a conversation and I was trying, and she said something that let me know how she can deal with me. I remember when she called me, she said, Kim, that's my name. Kim, do you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? And I'm like, fuck no, I don't accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. You crazy as shit. I'll accept you as my Lord and Savior first. And she's like, it's not funny. I'm being serious. I'm like, and I'm being fucking serious too. You keep having that attitude. No, motherfucker, you can't be my Lord and Savior neither. She says, well, I can't talk to you all anymore because that means that you're an antichrist. If you're against Jesus the Christ, then you're an antichrist. And all of this other shit, the motherfucker done cut me off. So I know, yeah, and then recently, as I've always wondered, how the fuck can you come back around? You see me practicing voodoo. You see me teaching it to my daughters. Like, my daughters already tell you, like, they'll go to church, but they know that their mom is Jesus, so all the fuck shit they hear and they hear has been changed. And you still coming around. How are you not going to hell for associating with me today when it would have got you sent to hell last year? This motherfucker said that. You know, once you receive the Lord Christ as your Savior, you can't undo that. Once you've been baptized, once you in, it ain't no getting out. I mean, like all the Christian doctrine went out the window. It ain't none of that ask for forgiveness. it ain't none of it confessing your shit. She just like, you dipped in the water when you was 4. You good. Funny how motherfuckers been rules when it's shit that they want. I say. Motherfucker want a family. You done renounced your gaydom and shit. Now you out here with you been gay your whole fucking life, so your Christian family ain't wanted you. You know what I mean? Now you been with us and our whole family wanted you till you started abusing their gym, like telling the fucking God of the family. But because I know that this is her unhealthy thinking in so many different areas in her own, because I know that she is mentally in a different place than I am. I do believe that it would hurt me more to tell her about the rape. And I have considered that she would believe that I'm lying or say something to make me feel like that. And that shit will have me going Teenage Mutant Ninja Mom. Showing the baby some better things I better left unsaid. We'll see. We will see. I will gladly share with you how that goes. All right. So tomorrow, well, damn, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we ain't gonna do a goddamn thing but fuck around in general population. But on Monday, no, fuck that. On Monday we're gonna be fucking around when we yeah, a lot of it is, but it's to protect. There is, like, I'm a martyr out here. Like, you can't hurt my body, you can't hurt my mind, you can't hurt my spirit, you can't hurt my feelings. Like I really am. I can't even imagine. I don't even understand women that are afraid to date and afraid to love because they've been hurt before. I'd be like, "Hey, it's too many niggas out here, B. It's too many chances." But yeah, like I said, I do believe that somebody who hasn't dealt with their own religion, who hasn't dealt with their own mother's death, who hasn't dealt with their own sexuality, to put my rape on their plate is to overwhelm them. And I'm a healer. You know what I mean? I'm a self-healer. If telling you is what's necessary is what's required to heal me, then you gonna catch this work. But in a case where it's not, it would do me, it would do you, fuck, you saying gonna do shit, but fuck you up feeling too much. What I mean, that's what I said. If it's for you, you gotta do what you gotta do for you. That's self-preservation. It goes against everything natural not to take care of you first, off top and off rip. Listen, I want my king to put me first. I want him to put the family first. I want him to put the Lord first. I don't want to fuck with a nigga who don't put himself first. I don't, because he's not going to understand why I'm putting me first, and he ain't going to be conditioned to teach our children, our daughters, and our sons to get their shit off rip. Listen, get your shit off the top, and there ain't no harm in that. No harm, no foul, all right? No harm, no foul. Get your shit off top. Like I said, my case is so much different because it won't help me, but it will potentially hurt her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, it'd be complete ego, and I'd be like, I've been wondering, should I tell this motherfucker so she'll know you not as vigilant as you thought you were? But that ain't it. But yeah, if my freedom stand on the other side of any fucking body, they gotta move. There's any way possible I can get around. You know what I mean? We got. But yo, you're not gonna stand in the way of my You're not gonna stand in the way of my healing. You know what I mean? Oh hell no. Even swap ain't no swindle. That's what grandma say. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. Okay, yeah. So somebody owe you something. Tomorrow, goddamn 7:30, general population. Peace. All right. See y'all asses again.